poppin', everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. So I've gotten many comments asking me to teach you guys some scooter tricks, which I'm pretty good at teaching stuff, especially scootering, because, well, I mean, I'm pretty good at it. So for this, I'm going to teach you how to do it flat. And if you learn how to do this flat, you can literally do it anywhere you want. And it is going to take longer for some people, shorter for others. It really doesn't matter. It all depends on the person. All right, so subscribe, because you don't want to miss out, because I'll be getting pretty sturdy on this channel. So just subscribe. Doesn't take any time. In fact, it takes like a half a second, and it's free. It's literally a free W, so go do it. But there's a bunch of cones right back there. I don't know if you can see them. You see those cones? Yeah, there's cones, okay? And I want to nose manual one of them. You'll get what I'm saying. Check it out. Okay, so you see this cone right here? There's a bunch over there, and we're gonna go from this one all the way to that in a nose manual. Real quick. It's not terribly long, but it's not like stupid short. Why? Oh, almost. Bro. Oh, nearly. Oh yeah, and then some. Perfect. Sweet. Okay, that was even farther than I needed to go. Okay, so I've made this exact video before a few years ago, and I decided to remake it because the other one was terrible. So the key to this is three specific things that will make this so much easier for you. And I know a lot of people struggle with this for some odd reason. It might not have just been me, maybe it's some other people. I don't know. I never really terribly struggled with this, and I know some of you guys have. If that sounds like you, you're in the right place. So here's what we're gonna do. First step is find a flat area, just like here. It's perfect. There's nobody to bother you. It's all you. It's you versus you. That's literally all this is. So once you found a flat area that is pretty smooth, it doesn't have to be like absolutely butter smooth, but something that's not super rough. Okay, so that is step number one. Now step number two is probably the more important one, believe it or not. You need to make sure that you can bunny hop well. At least good enough. If you can't do that, then you gotta work on that. Lucky you, if you do have to work on it, it's not that difficult. Here, I'll show you. So clearly you have to learn how to jump. It's not that hard. It's pretty simple. It's self-explanatory. Okay, step number three is the motion. This is probably the most difficult part for some people, especially when you have to put them together. So if this is what you're struggling on, pay close attention, all right? Okay, so you have to know what your stance is. So I am goofy, which means right foot first. If you are regular, that means you're left foot first. That's basically how you stand on your scooter. Right foot first is goofy, left foot first is regular. Now there isn't actually a regular normal stance. You could really stand however you want, but those are the two basic ones. It's really just up to your comfort. It doesn't really matter. So pick one of those stances, regular or goofy, and stick with it. So once you've done that, you're gonna pretty much, that's gonna decide which way you do the tail whip. If you are goofy and regular, it's basically the exact same thing. It's just vice versa everything. I'm personally goofy, so I'm gonna teach you how to do it goofy, because most people I think are goofy, but it's the same exact idea. So find your dominant foot, which most of the time is right foot for almost all people. So when you're goofy, your right foot is in front, so you're gonna push the deck out with your right foot to your right. If you're regular, you push to the left and it'll come down the opposite direction. So you wanna practice that motion with your feet and your hands. It's basically, it's just a repetitive thing. So once you get the hang of it, just keep doing it, keep doing it. Basically exactly how I'm showing you on the screen right now. That's all you wanna do for hours and hours, however long you really want. The more you do it, the easier it'll be. It's the exact same thing with regular. You just do the exact, you just pretty much vice versa, like I said earlier. So now that you got the motion on the ground, you gotta take it off the ground, okay? Because you can't just do it without jumping. So this is a smaller step that I've learned that you put before actually just trying it. It might sound weird, but this is a complete life hack. It'll probably cut you at least 3 hours out of trying. It'll make it so much easier. I'll be real with you, if you sat down for a couple hours and just tried this, you'll be able to get it, I promise. So now that you got the bunny hop and the motion down, this is the next step. Here's how you do it. You literally half put them together. It sounds kind of weird, but I promise you it's a genius. So all you're gonna wanna do is foot plant, do the motion, and then land, okay? So foot plant with whatever your foot is not pushing the deck out. So in this case, if you're goofy, it's gonna be your left foot. So left foot, foot plant, and then do the tail whip and then land. So you can do it like that, where you kind of roll around, then foot plant, or you could do it just sitting down, just sitting straight still and just not moving at all. Now, I personally think the rolling foot plant tail whip actually makes it easier to learn, but that's just me. It's all really preference. So once you do all that, you're pretty much ready to just go for it. Now, this part where you actually have to go for it is actually probably the more difficult thing, because you actually have to put all of it together, and it's all simultaneous and it's all timing, but once you keep trying, you'll understand it and you'll get the hang of it. So you just jump and then do the whole motion that you just learned from this video, literally. In slow motion, it pretty much just looks like you jump and then you flick the deck out with your front foot and catch it with your back and then land. So boom, just like you saw in those clips, the right foot pushed the deck out, it spun right around. You have to keep it close to you, okay? It's another thing. So basically the last thing is, once you get it around, it'll probably end up getting out of your way. You won't be able to land it. So the best thing I can do is tell you to keep your bars next to your waist. This way, the deck stays under you and you can actually like land on it with your feet. Because a lot of times I see a lot of people do the motion perfectly good, but then it gets away from them. They can't actually land and roll away. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's not that difficult. It just takes some time. So yeah, there you go. That is exactly how you tail whip in 2022, okay? Because I did one of these in like 2019 and it was butt cheeks. And I've came a long way since 2019, but that is pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Later.